In today's video, we're checking out the Tone of the Gods 3-in-1 analog effects pedal out of New Zealand. Now, this is handmade and it features a number of effects which are really useful in your signal chain. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what they are. We have a compressor here, we have a high voltage booster, and this also has the Plexi style EQ stack, and the overdrive circuit over here is based on the Jan Ray or Timmy style overdrive. We also have a master output, which isn't really an effect, but you can attenuate the overall output if things get a bit loud. Let's get into it. Now, while this pedal may look complicated, it's actually pretty simple, and you can kind of think of it as 3 individual effects sitting on your board. On the far right here, we get a pre-gain and pre-compressor. So this will be able to be stacked into the overdrive circuit, which we'll talk about in just a moment. Now, we can make this work harder by turning this up. We can also change sort of how squishy the effect feels by using the threshold control. The further it is this way, the less dynamics you're going to have in your signal as the compressor is working harder, and back this way is a more open, natural sound, so it's up to you how you want to run it. If you do run it pretty hard this way with the threshold most of the way up, you'll have to adjust the output volume to match unity using the output control. Activated by the second foot switch, we get the overdrive circuit over here, and this is based on the Timmy and Jan Ray style overdrive effects, which are some of the nicest out there. Whether or not you agree with that, it's all subjective stuff, but I really love it. It's great blues and great rock and roll kind of tone, and you get full round tones out of this without any problems. We get a 2-band EQ, bass and treble. We get the typical gain and volume controls. Connected to the third foot switch over here is the HV boost, and this stands for high voltage for good reason. Internally, this might only take a 9-volt 300 milliamp power supply, but this will go up to 132 volts, and this will give us an extra 20 dB of boost, and this is based on the Plexi tone stack. So if you're a fan of a Marshall, odds are you'll dig this. Lastly, we have a master volume control, which is connected to this foot switch right here. So to enable it, you have to click that on, and then you can use this pot over here. Now, if you've ever stacked a lot of pedals together, sometimes it can get too loud, but sometimes that tone is awesome, which is why you would want to use this. Being able to turn it down from where it would normally be, which is unity all the way up, is great. So if you don't want to kill everybody in the room, you've got this pot at your disposal. Firstly, a massive thank you to Jason from JDAnalog for sending the Tone of the Gods pedal out for this particular demonstration video. I hope you like it. If you want to check this out, I'll leave links in the description below. Don't be too put off by how many controls it has. Each of the actual effects are outlined to make it very easy. Once you know how it works, it's very simple, and I'll showcase that in this video. Here we go. All right, let's get into it. Today I'm playing my Fender American Original 50 Stratocaster. This is all stock. I'm going into my Fender Blues Deluxe Reissue amplifier on the clean channel. We're going to start with some clean tones on neck and middle pickups together. This is with the pedal off. All right, let's try the preamp compressor. Here we go. Yeah, all right. So if we turn the threshold to the left, we're going to have more dynamics in our signal. Let's take a listen. All the way to the right. Now, as you can probably hear, the volume dropped a little bit, but you can make that up by turning up the volume for the compressor. Beautiful. And now let's try it with the preamp cranked and the threshold back a little bit. Beautiful. And now over to the grind channel, which is essentially very similar to that of a JDAnalog Overdrive, which is preferred by a lot of blues players. It's also very similar to a Timmy Overdrive as well. Let's try this now on neck pickup. I've got everything on the pedal set to about 1 o'clock. Here we go. Let's crank up the drive. Here we go. Over the bridge. Yeah. Now this also has a 2-band EQ, so if that's a bit bright, you can fatten it up and roll out the highs. Beautiful. Up next, I thought I'd show you how the overdrive circuit responds with some humbuckers. Have a listen to this. This is bridge pickup. Now, one of the cool things about this circuit is you can turn down and it cleans up beautifully. This is a neck pickup. A little bit more volume actually, it's a bit low. Little more. And all the way back up. Cool. Up next, I'm going to show you how it sounds stacking the preamp into the grind circuit. So this is just the drive channel. Here we go. Now there's also another channel which is this HV boost over here, so high voltage boost. Let's try this instead of the preamp. That is huge. And if you want, you can stack it on the preamp as well. I'm just going to turn this back a bit. Feels good to play. Now you might have noticed the left-hand side button. This is the master output for the pedal. When I first tried this, I was like, I don't think I've tried another pedal with a master output that can actually reduce the overall volume, because as you start stacking on effects, it can get really loud in the room. So one of the cool things about this is you can set it to either just allow the volume to come through, or you can back it off slightly as well. So we'll try this now. And I'm going to set it all the way up, which means it's basically unity. And I'll stack on the drive and the HV boost together, and then I'll show you how the master control works. I love this tone. Have a listen to this. And lastly, let's see how we go stacking the HV boost and the preamp into the drive channel of the Fender Blues Deluxe, the illustrious drive channel. This amp doesn't have the best one, but we'll see how it sounds. This is just the amp only. HV boost. And now with the preamp. Thanks for watching, folks. My name's Shane. Please let us know what you think of this Tone of the Gods pedal. It's a big claim, the Tone of the Gods, but it does sound very, very good. I think one of my favorite things on here is the Overdrive and the HV boost. The compressor feels really good also, but I'm really digging that Marshall tone stack. You can kind of hear the transition in the tone as soon as you click that on, so I really dig it. So if you want to check this out, check it out. I'll leave links to the Tone of the Gods website in the description below. Thanks again. Catch you soon. See ya.